Hi, I'm Michael Jones, and my TED Talk today will be on goals. Former Secretary of Agriculture Ezra Taft Benson stated, "Without goals, our efforts may be scattered and unproductive." A perfect example of this is my junior year. I was on a college visit at BYU. I was with my family, and BYU at the time was my favorite, and it was my dream school. So while I was there, it was a beautiful day. It was hot, but not too hot. The sun was shining, the campus looked amazing, and so did the ladies. So when I got there, we got sent back to our tour guide, and he immediately gave us a folder with information on it. I didn't even care about the folder because our tour guide was awesome. He sounded like a surfer dude, he was a surfer dude, and he played sports. So, just a total awesome guy. So throughout the tour, I just loved everything about this school. I decided then that I wanted to go to this school. So at the very end of the tour, I started flipping through my folder of information, and I saw the grade requirement. And my history with grades was not very good. I hated grades. They had been my worst enemy. When I was thinking about grades, the thought popped in my head, with these grades, I wouldn't be able to go to my dream school. So it was then that I promised myself that I would get better grades so I could go to this school. So for the first time, I made a goal to get better grades. Before I had made this goal, before I had this experience, I was in 7th grade. I just moved from Wyoming to Kansas, and the first day of school was rough. I stepped into Spanish class, and they had already started learning conjugations when I was still learning numbers and colors. And it was then I realized that there was a big difference between Wyoming's education and Kansas's education. So then I started doubting myself and my ability to get good grades. So for the next 4 years, I had this thought in my mind that I couldn't do well in school. So I just stopped trying. My parents finally got tired of me being lazy, so they stepped in and they tried everything. They tried grounding me, they made me go in early to get help, they rewarded me for good grades, like money, movies, anything I wanted. None of that worked. Finally, my mom decided that if she went to school with me, I would snap out of it. She went to school with me for 2 days. She followed me around everywhere I went. She sat right behind me, embarrassed me. It was awful. One of the worst experiences of my life. That didn't work. I still was lazy, and I doubted my ability to get good grades. The only thing that worked for me was the experience at BYU. The reason for me finally becoming a good student was because for the first time I had set my own goals. All the other goals that had been set were from my parents, and those failed because I didn't care about those goals. That wasn't my personally set goals. The reason I shared this story is because every kid, teen, adult needs to have their own personal goals that they are striving to accomplish. Goals are a very important aspect of life that is often overlooked. Only 10% of Americans set goals every year. The same 3 to 10% control 90% of the world's resources. If people don't set their own goals and people start to set goals for them that they don't like, they will have very little desire to accomplish those goals. I challenge everybody to be a part of that 10% and set their own goals and make sure to accomplish those goals. Also, if you're trying to bring the best out of someone, step back and see what goals they want to set for themselves. Thank you.